Now I'd like to share with you a quick story. Maybe you've already heard a similar story, but this is my interpretation. Once upon a time, there was a really successful businesswoman. Many regarded her to be one of the wisest alive. And one day, on a sailing trip with a young, energetic son, they got caught in a really crazy storm and they ended up shipwrecked on this uninhabited island. That morning, they were sat on the warm, soft, golden, sun-kissed sand and they were listening to a lively group of whispering palm trees, watching a frenzy of fun, frolicking fish skipping in and out of the slowly tumbling turquoise ocean waves. Mum, many consider you to be one of the wisest to have ever lived. What's the most valuable piece of advice that you could give me? My dear son, every event has hidden gems, and if you can find those gems, you'll become more powerful than you could ever imagine, and you can use that power to do any good that you choose. Let me show you what I mean. You should always listen to the whisper in the breeze. Go now, go listen to the whisper. Walk over to the whispering palm trees and bring back the largest stick that they can spare you. Mum, this looks like a huge stick. And just then, the warm, soft, tumbling turquoise wave with its long outstretched arms gently wrapped itself tightly around their waist as their feet, their toes were being tickled by the frenzy of fun, frolicking fish as their stick, their staff of life, darted in and out of the waves like a dancing dolphin's nose skipping across the waves of its ocean playground. You see, my son, with a full day's fishing, we'll be able to catch 2 fish every day. Now I want you to go back and listen to the whisper in the breeze. Walk into the whispering palm trees and keep on walking until you come to some fresh running water. But whatever you do, don't walk for longer than a half a day and then you must return. Mum, you're not going to believe it. After half a day's walk, I came to this most amazing waterfall and he was happily licking the lips on the sides of the cliffs as it slowly tumbled down into this most beautiful oasis. And I found these 2 broken coconut shells that I've filled with water for us. Then tomorrow, my son, we shall share these tasks. You shall go and collect the water and I will go and catch the fish. But I'm really worried because that storm, it is quickly making its way across the rooftops of our ocean garden. Mum, look, in the distance, it's a shipwreck. A father and a daughter, they're in trouble. We have done all that we can to help the father and daughter, my son. And we will continue to help them. But now they find their own way. Mum, they are catching 6 fish every day. They collect 3 shells of water. They are getting stronger whilst we are getting weaker. Then tomorrow, my son, we shall share these tasks. We shall go and collect water together. We'll collect 4 shells of water, and when we return, we will go and visit the father and daughter. Would you and your daughter like some extra water? Yeah, with extra water it means we can have a wash without going on a long trek. We can have some extra to drink. We could even grow some wild herbs. But what's the catch? Well, I want 4 of your fish for these 2 shells of water. You're having a laugh. I'd only have 2 fish left. That's a rip-off. There's no way I'm doing that deal. Go away. What are we going to do now, Mum? We haven't had any food. Well, I would like you to take these 2 shells of water back down to the father and daughter and leave it with them as our gift to them. And tomorrow we will go back together and collect more water. And we will gift the father and daughter with another 2 shells of water. But Mum, this is now the 3rd day that we have gifted 2 shells of water to the father and daughter. We haven't eaten for 3 days. We are growing weaker than an abandoned litter of kittens. Have no fear, my dear caring son. Look, there, in the distance, the father and daughter, they come to visit us. You and your son, you have been gifting us this water this past time. I am truly sorry. You really are wiser than an owl and I, as blind as a bat. Here is 4 fresh fish. And the father and daughter, they caught 12 fish every day, trading 4 fish for 2 shells of water. Ending up with 8 fish, 2 more than before they made the deal. And although they only had 2 shells of water, 1 less than before they made the deal, it was much better that they had the extra food. And the mother and son, they collected 4 shells of water every day, trading 2 shells for 4 fish, ending up with 2 more fish than before they made the deal. So you see, my son, no matter how much value exists, no matter where you find value, value will always be neglected by material mind. Value will always be neglected by the material mind. You see, the father and daughter thought it was a really bad deal if they were going to trade their 4 fish, and when they received some extra water, their only concern was how much it would cost them if they wanted to buy the extra water. And by the time they received another 2 shells of water, it became clear that they were being controlled, stuck in their material mind, their left brain, because the only thing that they could see was that they'd be losing almost all of their fish if they wanted to buy some extra water. So they stayed convinced that the whole deal was a huge rip-off. But eventually, by the time they received their 3rd gift of water, it began to open their mind. They began to see that it wasn't about how much it would cost, how much they were spending, but about how much value was possible. Because the thing is, we had to stay relentless with our focus to make sure that the father and the daughter could break free of the material mind. Because the truth is, you can never trust others to be able to see the full power, the true potential of value. No matter how much you appreciate your own value or the value of others, that's never going to be enough, because value is not just a personal experience. It's not just the individual experience. Value is multidimensional. It has its own energies, its own force of nature, and it's connecting everything and everyone. And if you fail to focus on this, you'll remain permanently stuck in a one-dimension mind, which can be really expensive, really damaging, and really wasteful. And the message that I would like you to take away from this is to never let the material mind dictate value, because this will only ever limit your environment, limit you, limit your workplace, limit progress, limit potential, limit profits. Because the material mind will always keep money stuck in its one dimension, forcing you to focus on material objectives, so you end up missing out on all of the opportunities that value has to offer. Instead, always make sure you use the right tools to continuously develop the value mindset with as much love, positivity, and value as possible. Thank you for watching.